Well, hello everyone, this is EC the Gamer, and here we are with the final toss slash review of Jak X Combat Racing. Uh, yeah, finally finished the game. It's been so many years if I played this game. Finally with this one, I pretty much finished the trilogy of games. The series. There's still two left, which is Duster and the other game, The Lost Frontier, something like that was called. Uh, but I don't have them, so I have them, but I don't have any way to play them. It's not like before, so yeah, I will not be able to play those games. But either way, it doesn't matter. I will love all of the Jak and Daxter games. So yeah, we finally finished Jak X after many years. The last time that I played the game was on the PS2, and that was I had my PS2 when did the PS2 came? The PlayStation 2 came like in the 2000s, right? I know that I had a PS2 like for 10 years or so, something like that. So yeah, it's been a long time now, more than 10. Yeah, I think we're in 2022 at this point. It should be at that age, nearly. We have to be close to 10 years too. So yeah, it's been a long time since I played this game. I don't know what to talk in terms of the story because it's very interesting. When I played this game the first time, I'm I assume that the shocking revelation of uh, who is the bad guy in the game, uh, of course, took me by surprise, especially the other one, the crew's daughter. Now that was I definitely remember that one did shock me, but now that I see it, it does make sense. Crew wasn't a person to be trusted, so why would his daughter be the same? So it did not surprise me. And the other guy, the Miss, again, the announcer, it makes sense too. Like, I think that was when you think about the story now that you're much older, you can see the sign that he was the bad guy for some time. So yeah, the story is not a lot to say. It was a good story, don't get me wrong, but it's just not like something that you are like, oh my god, this is one of the best stories in history or something like that. No, it's a good story. Uh, but one thing I will say is I think the racing part of this game, so not talking more about the game, it's just amazing. I don't like racing games, but the reason why I did love playing this game is because of the combat racing. Being able to defend yourself with weapons, with similar weapons that you use in the other games. So that's really cool. Okay, I'm not the best racer or something like that in this game, but at least with that, it gives you a bit of a playing field if you're not good at this type of game. As far as the maps, all of the courses that are in the game, they're very varied. And they do bring their own difficulties. There's one that I don't even want to mention, but it's the course of the sewers. Oh, it's one of the worst for me. I hated it. I was never truly able to. Even if I got the gold in one of those maps, I just feel like it was just a lucky thing because I hated it. Uh, I feel they definitely made the map based on, like if it was like a sandy area, it did feel like like it was mimicking that aspect, uh, especially the sewers, the water and everything. So yeah, they did a really good job there. The the different game modes, they were also vary. One of my favorite ones is definitely, oh, let me see, Turbo Dash. I think that was the one with the you threw a battery and you will pretty much uh, recharge the battery with the turbo that you were using with the vehicle. So yeah, I didn't like that much. But the one is the Rush Hour, I think, which the one where you had to pretty much destroy cars as you go forward, and they just come to you. You have to destroy as many as you can to get the goal. And yeah, that's a really cool one because for me it was not easy. It was not an easy one because it was still, you had to maintain the vehicle's the vehicle's momentum, try to not get veer off the road. So yeah, it was really cool. And again, there were death matches. The ones that there were not a lot of them were the team matches, the team deathmatch. I don't think there was actually. I mean, there was like a catcher. I don't know if it was an artifact or a precursor or something like that. And yeah, you would be playing with teams, but I think that was the only one that was team based. So yeah, the game. This is not allowed to talk about the game. It was overall it was good. I do love that they were truly able to do this game. It's surprising because it makes sense. If you think about all of the games of Jak and Daxter. The first game that he wasn't a racer, but there was already that idea of when you were in the lava, when you were about to go to another area of the map, you would literally have to go into this volcano area that you had to use like this speeder or something like that, like a bike, to go into the volcano and go get to the other side. And that was always that was pretty much like the beginning of his racing career, if you will. Then Jak 2 took it to the next level. You actually had Colosseum, actual racing that time. And then the third game they went with the desert, which for the first time, because in the second game most of the vehicles were pretty much airborne, there were hover cars. So by the third game we have hover cars, yes, but at the same time we actually have land vehicles. There was actual racing, or we're using vehicles like the Sand Shark. It's one of the favorite of everyone. So yeah, the history was there. It made sense that they make this game. And it wasn't just racing, Jak was good at everything, like whether it was flying or racing, like he knew about vehicles, so it made sense that they focus on that to make a spin-off based only on that. But it would have been cool if they would have done like a bit of a, I don't know how they call it, a world hub, something like where you could go do missions in the in the real world. I don't know, real world is not the right word. It's pretty much, they could have done something like you could go to Haven and do missions, something like that, and then there were the racing missions. But it was okay, it made sense that they focus on this. They had to, for what they wanted to actually make a racing game. But yes, there's really not much to say in terms of, the vehicle. There was a lot of vary in terms of the vehicles. The customization was, was good enough. the the new characters were also cool, like Racer, UR 86, the robot. They got clearer again. I don't like that guy, but hey, he came back. The daughter of Crew Reina, something that was called. Rain. Yeah. So yeah, she was actually a cool character. At the end, she tricked us, but you know, at least it wasn't like a full-on bad guy. You just need to be careful not to mess with Jak, and she will be okay. But yes, I also like that pretty much the whole gang was here. You know, Ashlyn, Thorn. Thorn was pretty useless in the story. I don't know. I think Thorn, he was great in the second game, and I think in the third game he had a part, but this one you just feel like he's like this, I don't know, the bodyguard of Ashley. He's not doing anything pretty much. Kira, it was great to actually hear her speak again. In the third game she actually was not speaking, and they finally kiss, you know. Jak and Kira was something that it was always expected, but then after we always mess it up. But yeah, overall the game is actually good. Also another thing is, I love that the game made sure that the story wouldn't be as difficult. Like, I mean, even when I was a kid, when I was not the best player, I was still able to finish the game. So they knew, like, 60, you have 4, the yellow, blue, and the green, right? Green, yeah. Yeah, green eco cups, and each one has 60 medals in total. But to get to the whole story, at least for each cup, you have to get 50. So there's a 10 medal gap there that you can, you know. And again, there's a lot of death matches which are fairly easy. The ones like are pretty much shooting at enemies, like the rush hour. You know, there were many. The freeze rallies were also they were not the easiest, but you know, if you could get at least 1 medal, 1 or 2, get to bronze or silver, the possibility of getting to finish the story was very high. So the game knew that, so they didn't make it as difficult that no one would be able to finish the story. Yeah, also the characters in the racers, they were very varied, you know, and they did a good job of dividing them. You know, for example, the first cup, I think it was, I don't know, I don't remember if there was one of the racers that was dangerous or something, but I know that eventually it came, UR was the first guy, then Racer, then Cleaver came to the racing. And yeah, each time they added someone else. The daughter of Crew was also added then. And that was a really interesting thing because the story is about them getting all poisoned. So you were not just fighting with the other new racer, you were fighting with your own friends, because as Ashlyn said it, like, you know, this is everyone for themselves, you know, survival of the fittest. So yeah, but you know, they work together, but not as together as you would expect. So let me see. I mean, yeah, story-wise is good. It's not the best, but quite frankly, the racing was just amazing. It's very exhilarating. You know, you have to be constantly, you know, in some crazy speeds here. And the races, you know, there are moments that you are, this is one of those races that you could be in first place for a very long time, and then suddenly someone of the other characters gets one of those weapons that kills you in one shot. I don't remember what's the name, but it's pretty much the peacemaker weapon. They throw you with that peacemaker bomb, and it doesn't matter. It's your first play. That thing actually that thing has a homing beacon to the first place. So if your first place, it's going to kill you. So yeah, there's some weapons here that are really cool. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I talk about the map. The maps were very varied. I was okay with them. There were some really cool ones. It was sad that we got a new city here, but we never actually explored the city. So yeah, they didn't focus a lot on that because there's no, it's not like this game's not like Jak 2 and 3 or even 1. It's just about racing. So yeah, there was not exploration or anything like that. Man, I just wish, the more I play these games, I just wish Naughty Dog makes another one. I don't know what the heck is happening there, but I mean, one time I remember them saying that it was not the time, the market didn't want a Jak and Daxter game, which some people agree with that. I never agree with it because look at Sucker Punch, look at Insomnia. I mean, Sly Cooper, even though it was one game, they did a sequel, A Thief in Time, right? Something like that was called. And Ratchet and Clank, they're still making games. The recent one was in the PS5, so I completely disagree. It's that they just don't want to make. I think they feel that they have grown that phase of their life, Now they're just making more mature games, which I'm okay, but I just feel they're going way too mature at this point. I mean, Uncharted was great, but then The Last of Us, another amazing game, but I just feel like I don't like the way they do their games. Where they make Jak and Daxter. I think they follow like Jak 2, Jak 3, like, and then Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. The Last of Us 1 and 2. I mean, they have a break there, which actually was the right thing to do. They got Uncharted, but still, I'm still hearing that they're going to do like a multiplayer for The Last of Us. So they're still keeping with that game. But hopefully they do another Jak. Think about it, guys. A Jak and Daxter in this time with the technology that is today. We saw Ratchet and Clank. I haven't played that game, but it looks amazing. So just imagine with Jak and Daxter. Wow. And Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog has learned so much since that time. That game will look amazing. But we have to wait. Maybe I'm hopeful, I mean, they keep bringing the games back to every time. I think with the PlayStation Plus, when they relaunched PlayStation Plus, they brought those games back. So it's like they're bringing them back. They have to have an idea, maybe an idea of bringing them. We'll see. I also think they need to make 2 games at once. I don't know, maybe get their studio to be much bigger or something. I think they need to do that because I feel this is one of those games that maybe they could give to a group of their own people, but we'll see. Yeah, there's not a lot to talk here. It's a really good game, It's nice to be back to playing this game. Yeah, overall the story, and that's another cool thing about this game. This is not just a spin-off. This does continue the story. This is a continuation of. I don't remember if this game takes place after Jak 3 or before Jak 3. I don't remember that one. It's possible that it's after, but either way, it is something that is still about the story. Like it has a continuation to some of the plots in the Jak and Daxter series. So in this case, it was Cruz's death, and his will being written. You know, someone telling us about his will, what he wanted. Pretty much poisoning everyone in the the team, the people that pretty much kill him. Either way, I definitely recommend you play the game. The Jak and Daxter series has, again, that's the trinity of PlayStation. Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, definitely. I mean, I assume that's the number one. And Sly Cooper, I think those are some of the best games that they have made. So yeah, let's see. Overall, if I were to give this, I don't remember what I gave the other game, so I'm going to give it an A. I definitely enjoy it. There were some things with the combat, that I didn't. I still feel like, again, it's an old game, so I cannot fault it with that. Even so, I think it was a really good game. But the overall score is going to be an 8 out of 10. Hopefully, the future, I keep saying it, I will say it again, we get another Jak and Daxter. I mean, I just feel like if they were to make one more, it would surpass Ratchet and Clank. Not in whether it's good or not, but rather in the scope. Because I never play a Ratchet and Clank game actually, because I don't know, I never have played one of those games. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's because one of my first games was Jak and Daxter, so I got this was the best character ever, and that was it. But I know the others are, for a lot of people, even better. I just like the Jak and Daxter felt more mature for me, so I did like that. So yeah, hopefully they do make it. Again, a sequel of this game would be amazing, because pretty much, this game have flying. Like the desert, you have an open area. Just thinking about all the immense thing that they could do, the open world that they can create. You being able, think about Haven City in today's time. Wow. Being able to fly wherever you want. There's no walls, like you can actually fly. You can actually go from Haven to the desert without any screen, like loading screen or anything. Just, it would be amazing. But yes, that's pretty much it. This was going to be a bit of a small review, so that's all for the moment. I'm not going to play any game for the moment. I'm only going to play the ones, Spider-Man at this point and Nier Automata. I want to finish those two first, and then I'll start a new game. But that's all. As always, guys, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, to subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you can get notified of the videos that come to my channel. That's all. This is EC the Gamer, and signing off, and I will see you on the next video.